hit the bell icon so you don't miss any of these crazy videos. Now, these cars are famous for their RB26 engines, and as the name suggests, they have 2.6 litres in capacity. They're straight sixes with twin turbo, and apparently they put out 280 horsepower because that was a Japanese gentleman's agreement that the car should not put out more horsepower than 280 horsepower, and actually the reality is slightly different. So apparently this R32 puts out about 300 horsepower, the R33 about 320, and the R34 about 340. That's for torque. 353 newton meters in this. We've got 368 newton meters in the R33, and then we've got 392 newton meters in the R34. In terms of weight, this R32 comes in at just over 1.4 tons. The R33 at just over 1.5 tons, and the R34 just under 1.6 tons. Now, they've all got four-wheel drive, and they have manual gearboxes. 5-speed in this, 5-speed in the R33, and a 6-speed in the R34. In terms of the price, well, the value of this is about £45,000. The R33 is worth about £70,000, and the R34, they've really gone up in value. That one's worth about £120,000. That brings me on to the Nismo GTR, because that is a 216 model year car, and that's probably worth about £120,000 as well. It's quite different to these though, because it has a 3.8 litre V6 twin turbo, puts out 600 horsepower and 652 newton meters of torque. It's got a dual clutch automatic 6-speed gearbox with launch control, so it has a serious advantage here. However, one problem that the Nismo has is that it may be more advanced, but it's also more advanced in terms of its weight. Weighs over 1.7 tons. If you'd like to compare the stats of all these cars side by side, pause the video in a second, because I'm going to put a panel up which shows all the details. You ready? Here it is. Anyway, if you're thinking about changing your car, you should check out Carwow, because you can look at discounts on current cars to make sure you're paying a fair price for whichever car you're buying. And you can also sell your current car through Carwow. You just upload some photos, give a brief description, and our dealers will bid on your car to make sure you get a great price for it. And then you can just choose the best offer from whichever dealer you want to go to, and they'll actually come to you and take your car away and put the money in your account. It's dead simple. If you want to do that now, click on the pop-out banner up there, or follow the link in the description. Alternatively, just Google "Wow Me Carwow" and we will wow you. Anyway, let's go on with this. Buy, sell, car, wow. Now, before we race, we're going to do the obligatory Carwow sound check, so here we go. I'm going to rev up this beautiful R32. Should point out it's got an aftermarket titanium exhaust, but other than that, this car and all the others are standard, so. I've already driven this, and it sounds even better when you're driving, but let's have a little listen to the R33. Go on, R33, rev up your motor. Okay, R34, rev up your engine. Can't hear anything from here. Anyway, finally, let's hear the R35. Okay, good. We put a pin comment. I want you to vote which you thought sounded the best. This one. Let me know, okay? It's in the comments. Pin comment, just vote. Right. Anyway, shall we race? Let's race. Yeah, let's definitely race.
3, 2, 1.
Good start from me. Oh, here comes the R33. No way! Here comes the R34, gonna beat him. Had him. I'm in the oldest and it didn't come last. So R33, I beat you off the line, but you ended up coming past me. How was your race?
Went really, really well, yeah. I managed to get a decent launch, shows was a little bit better, but came back here through the gear changes and just pulled a bit of a gap.
R34 though, what's going on, mate?
Yeah, I was just being a massive nano with my launch in someone else's very expensive car. I think I can do better though.
Let's do it again.
3, 2, 1.
Oh. Oh no, this is closer now. Come on, R32! That was a better start from everyone. We were pretty much on the money each time there. R33, you did a better start that time, and once again, you beat me.
Absolutely, yeah. It was very close there, but evenly matched as well, you know, between all three models.
And R34, you started good that time.
Happy with that one.
R35, how was that for you?
Yeah, just looking in the mirrors, basically.
Oh well. So then, what exactly happened? Well, the R35 won, completing the standing quarter mile in 11.6 seconds. The R34 took 14.8 seconds, the R33 15.1 seconds, and the R32 on your plans. But if you're thinking about changing your car, you should check out Carway, because you can look at discounts on current cars to make sure you're paying a fair price for whichever car you're buying. And you can also sell your current car through CarWow. You just upload some photos, give a brief description, and our dealers will bid on your car to make sure you get a great price for it. And then you can just choose the best offer from whichever dealer you want to go to, and they'll actually come to you and take your car away and put the money in your account. It's dead simple. If you want to do that now, click on the pop-out banner up there or follow the link in the description. Alternatively, just Google "Wow Me CarWow" and we will wow you. Anyway, let's go on with this. Buy, sell,
Car wow.
Now before we race, we're going to do the obligatory CarWow sound check, so here we go. I'm going to rev up this beautiful R32. Should point out it's got an aftermarket titanium exhaust, but other than that, this car and all the others are standard, so. I've already driven this and it sounds even better when you're driving, but let's have a little listen to the R33. Go on R33, rev up your motor. Okay, R34, rev up your engine. Can't hear anything from here. Anyway, finally, let's hear the R35. Okay, good. We put a pin comment. I want you to vote which you thought sounded the best. This one. Let me know, okay? It's in the comments. Pin comment, just vote. Right. Anyway, shall we race? Let's race. Yeah, let's definitely race.
3, 2, 1.
Good start from me. Oh, here comes the R33. No way! Here comes the R34, gonna beat him. Had him. I'm the oldest and he didn't come last. So R33, I beat you off the line, but you ended up coming past me. How was your race?
And really, really well, yeah. I managed to get a decent launch, shoulders a little bit better, but came back here through the gear changes and just pulled a bit of a gap.
R34 though, what's going on, mate?
Yeah, I was just being a massive nano with my launch in someone else's very expensive car. I think I can do better though.
Let's do it again.
3, 2, 1.
Oh. Oh no, this is closer now. Come on, R32! That was a better start from everyone. We were pretty much on the money each time there. R33, you did a better start that time, and once again, you beat me.
Absolutely, yeah. It was very close there, but evenly matched as well, you know, between all three models.
And R34, you started good that time.
Happy with that one.
R35, how was that for you?
Yeah, just looking in the mirrors, basically.
Oh well. So then, what exactly happened? Well, the R35 won, completing the standing quarter mile in 11.6 seconds. The R34 took 14.8 seconds.
No one really cares about second place. And to the champion goes all of the glory. If you win on Sunday, you sell on Monday. This is the mantra that entire brands have been built upon. Lotus, Ferrari, McLaren. Even Ford revitalized its entire image by smacking down the prancing horse with the GT40. Mazda became the pride of Japan when its 787B screamed across the finish line of Le Mans. You wear Nikes because LeBron does. You drink Red Bull because Max Verstappen says so. And in the early 90s, you bought a Skyline GTR because it didn't fucking lose. Today, the R32 GTR is a balanced, fun little sports car. Capable, understated, and full of potential. In the 1990s, it was unstoppable. In racing form, the R32 GTR obliterated anything it faced. Its performance was so dominating, so monolithic, that it sent everyone back to the drawing board. It changed the rules. The third-generation GTR saved a struggling Japanese company and catapulted them into one of the most respected names in the sports car universe, all thanks to a top-secret project known only as 901. Nissan created a monster. Its name was Godzilla, and this is how it was born. Look, I'm not gonna start at the beginning. You've already heard that story. There was a war crime, there was a
When thieves showed up to steal from a cosmetic store in Pennsylvania, police were waiting for them. The West Whiteland Police Department received information that a vehicle connected to robberies at Ulta stores was headed to a location in Exton, so officers were sent to stake out the location. While observing the vehicle, they say the driver got out, went into the Ulta, and made a small purchase. He went back to the car, and that's when two other males got out of the car and went into the store. Surveillance video shows them filling bags with perfume. Police say it triggered an alarm. That's when officers went into the store to confront the suspects, who tried to run for the door. Police say they had to chase the suspects around the store and physically restrain them. They arrested a 16-year-old male and 19-year-old Nizea Williams of New York. He's charged with retail theft, conspiracy, and criminal mischief, among other charges. His bond was set at $20,000. The driver fled the scene, but West Whiteland police are looking for any information on him. For Inside Edition Digital, I'm Mara Montalbano.
Riveting moments as both sides wrap up. Amber Heard wore her hair in Heidi braids, and Johnny Depp listened intently as his firecracker lawyer, dressed all in white, made closing arguments before the jury.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, as you probably know by now, my name is Camille Vasquez. We ask you to give Mr. Depp his life back by telling the world that Mr. Depp is not the abuser Ms. Heard said he is, and hold Ms. Heard accountable for her lies.
Camille really did set the scene. All of the jurors' eyes were glued in, focused on her.
One particularly powerful moment came when Vasquez played an interview Amber gave to a European TV show in which she claimed she donated her entire $7 million divorce settlement to charity.
What did you do with that money?
$7 million in total was donated to, I split it between the ACLU and Children's Hospital of Los Angeles.
The ACLU, they got less than $1 million from her. And the Children's Hospital, they got $250,000.
Lawyer Benjamin Rottenborn spoke on behalf of Amber.
Because in Mr. Depp's world, you don't leave Mr. Depp. And if you do, he will start a campaign of global humiliation against you. A smear campaign that lasts to this very day.
Outside the courthouse in Virginia,
walk, do not run.
There were scenes of chaos as spectators lined up for the few seats available to the public.
Somebody fell.
This lady got pushed to the ground. As Depp arrived at court Friday morning, throngs cheered. As usual, Amber is greeted with boos and worse. She coolly ignores the shouts, but it's clearly making a big impact on her, as she revealed when she took the stand yesterday and her emotions poured out.
I am harassed, humiliated, threatened, every single day. Even just walking into this courtroom, people want to kill me, and they tell me so every day. People want to put my baby in the microwave, and they tell me that.
People have come to the trial from all over the world.
I came from South Africa. It was a direct flight, 17 hours.
Some fans are roughing it, camping outside, or
I've slept in my car.
the great majority showing up are backing Depp. But 23-year-old Kylie Putnam is one of the very few Amber Heard supporters.
I got here and I was like the only person who supported Amber Heard. And it's like, okay, well, I'm not gonna leave her alone with this.
This whole case is about blaming Amber Heard for things she didn't do. But that's what Mr. Depp does. It's what he's always done. Blame other people, refuse to take accountability. But the problem for him here is that he's running headlong into the United States Constitution.
In her closing arguments, Camille Vasquez, meanwhile, reminded jurors that Amber is an actress.
She came into this courtroom prepared to give the performance of her life, and she gave it.
There was a bunch of kids just walking to school, and he went onto the sidewalk and ran a few of them over, unfortunately.
A security camera caught the moment right before a driver allegedly jumped the curb and hit 3 children on a sidewalk near an elementary school in Southern California.
I ran out and I saw a few bodies on the ground. There were some kids, unfortunately. As I walked out, I saw an individual with a knife in his hand walking towards the bodies on the ground.
The suspect is 26-year-old Jason Guzman. District officials say before school began, he allegedly trespassed on the campus and was removed by authorities. He appeared to be on drugs and talking to himself, witnesses say. After, he reportedly ran over the children. Police also say they found explosives in his car, causing the neighborhood and school to be evacuated.
They're searching the vehicle, and that's when they find an incendiary device in the vehicle. What officers also found was that the suspect actually had what appeared to be a stab wound. Now, the stab wound appeared to be, at least for now, self-inflicted.
The 3 victims were taken to the hospital but are expected to make full recoveries. This is Inside Edition Digital.
Action. Haley Cox was helping film a rap video with her boyfriend. A short time later, she would be dead.
Why'd you do this? Why, man?
She never saw that man, the defendant, Jordan Silver, as he lifted that gun, pointed it towards her head, pulled the trigger, and killed her.
In July of 2020, prosecutors say the director of the rap video, Giovanni Vasquez, was filming a staged kidnapping with fake blood and a prop gun. They say Jordan Silver brought a real gun with a laser on it. The filming was then moved to an empty field in Riverview. Haley was holding the camera when she was shot and killed. Prosecutors say Silver then went after her boyfriend, Eric Brunowski. The camera kept rolling. Brunowski pointed the finger at Silver. But the defense says Vasquez pulled the trigger that night. They point to this Ring doorbell video that shows him at a neighbor's porch with Silver after the shooting. That neighbor claims Vasquez confessed to the whole thing.
So who are you going to believe? Are you going to believe Mr. Vasquez when he says, I never said that? Or will you believe Mr. Osick? All rise.
It took the jury 4 hours to answer that question.
We, the jury, find as follows as to count 1. The defendant is guilty of manslaughter.
So again, found guilty of manslaughter and attempted first-degree murder. Kelly, he will be formally sentenced in July. Back to you.
All right, Gloria Gomez reporting for us. Thank you, Gloria.
All right, what's up, boys? So we all know Gunna was one of the people that got picked up in the YSL indictment in Georgia. Everyone was guessing that Gunna would be the one to get out on bond because in the indictment, it doesn't seem like he did anything. Really, it shows that he was like in a video with someone or something. I think they were saying Lil Keith, but he was in a bunch of videos with Thug too. Like clearly Gunna is part of YSL, but there was no evidence of Gunna doing anything really illegal. He got denied bond, so he cannot leave the cell until at least January of 2023, 7 months from now, because that is when the trial starts, which will probably get pushed back if I were to guess too. I would imagine this probably isn't going to start for a year. Something's going to get pushed back. These court dates never actually stay at the date. I mean, I feel like that just always happens, so I'm just guessing it's going to be a year of Gunna just being in there for this. A Georgia judge on Monday refused to release Gunna and Young Thug from their indictment in a sweeping criminal case against alleged Atlanta gang. At a hearing in Fulton County Superior Court on Monday, Judge Ural Glenville denied bond to Gunna and set a trial date for January of 2023. The judge offered a little detail in his rationale, but was clearly swayed by the arguments from the prosecutor, who said they were worried about witness intimidation if the rapper was released on bond. They are the ones directing the violence, argued one of the prosecutors, referring to both Thug and Gunna. They direct their troops. In a statement, Gunna's attorney Stephen Saidu told Billboard the court was obviously concerned about threats and intimidation of witnesses. We believe when the court hears evidence, not just words of the prosecutor, it will find that Sergio's release on bond will not directly or indirectly pose a significant risk to witnesses. We look forward to having an evidentiary hearing as soon as possible. Gunna's attorney is just like, what the fuck? They just got swayed by a prosecutor stating that he's a leader in command with no evidence, so they're already siding with the prosecutor in a way. They're like, yep, Gunna's probably a commander. Yeah, he's famous. Let's just keep him in there for 8 months. The prosecutors never actually release all their information. It wouldn't surprise me if they do have some shit with Gunna, like if they do have some evidence against him, and that's why they're saying he's a leader of the troops. They got swayed and they're scared of Gunna getting out and trying to beat someone up or go to someone's family that's arrested and try to intimidate them and get them not to talk. Like, I want to drama outside of jail, you know what I'm saying? They're also trying to get Thug's attorney Brian Steele off the case because he could be a conflict of interest, because apparently he is the attorney of more than one person in the RICO charge. They're saying that could be a conflict of interest because someone could snitch on someone and it could
Now connected to iPhone Jamie.